What is up, y'all? It's your girl, brand new, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back for a reading on Leo. We're going to kick off my Zodiac series. I'm going to read up on the Leo 1s. There's also a Leo 2 and a Leo 3. I also have a new astrology book on birthdays that is very different from the other book I've been reading out of, and it's a bit quicker, more to the point. So if you have not received your birthday reading yet, just give me some time. I'm going to get to it. I'm thinking about doing a few birthday readings tomorrow. So whoever I said was up next will be up next tomorrow. But right now I want to talk about the Leo 1s. The Leo 1s are the people that were born from July 26th to August 2nd. And the book says that the Leo 1 period takes authority as its central image. This period can be likened to the beginning of the mature adult life as an individual turns 30. Confidence can run high at this point if the doubts and uncertainty of the first Saturn return age 28 or 29 have been resolved. Beginning the process of establishing oneself as an authority in a given field can be a focus at this time and an absorbing task. Some must assume the role of authority to their growing children, while others may look to an older, more experienced person who can serve as a teacher, a guide who can initiate them into a broader understanding of the world. Other Leo 1s may strengthen their sense of confidence through what they learn from books, methods, religious or spiritual teachings, philosophy, and etc. The days which comprise Leo 1 symbolically reveal the mature adult developing a truly original style, making important decisions for him or herself and the family or work group, and in general trying to be successful in life by making his or her name known and trusted. Okay, let's go into the Leo 1 personality. Leo 1s. These people are among the most powerfully authoritative of the year. Although many have leadership qualities, it is not the act of commanding others that usually appeals to them, but asserting themselves and being taken seriously. Also, much of their energy is channeled inward rather than outward toward developing their own strengths and abilities. Success for these tough individuals may not always be measured in worldly terms either. Often they have private goals, whether intellectual or physical, which they pursue with an unrelenting tenacity, surpassing their own previous achievements may figure prominently for them. Leo 1s are not people who blend in with the wallpaper. In fact, too often they feel the need to dominate their environment. The more advanced born in this period learn that greater results can often be achieved without making their presence felt too strongly. However, the posture of a Leo 1 naturally tends toward the imposing, and therefore, no matter what they do, it is difficult for them to remain unobtrusive. Since their outlook is generally forceful and positive, Leo 1s may not be able to understand moodiness or negativity in others. If their own outlook becomes negative through rejection or failure, they may be ill-equipped to deal with it. Leo 1s often find themselves in situations where they are called upon to make decisions for others. They tend to be upwardly mobile in their orientation and may well reach positions of power where responsibilities can be truly crushing. For the most part, those born in this period are more than capable of handling challenging demands, but in some cases, their own private goals and real interests can get swallowed up by their professional life. This can, of course, lead to frustration. Perhaps one scenario for such Leo 1s is that in their drive for success, they make themselves indispensable to their firm or organization and then are simply unable to leave, having grown used to the rewards earned and the feeling of being needed needed and valuable. So the advice that they're giving you: learn to accept people as they are, both the positive and negative. It is probably useless to try to camouflage yourself, but do try to be more diplomatic and sensitive. Although you are good at making decisions for others, you may have overlooked making some crucial decisions for yourself. It doesn't make you less of a person to be a bit more easygoing. Okay, so that is all I have, you guys, on Leo 1s. I guess since that reading was so short, I can continue on to Leo 2s. These are the people that was born from August 3rd through the 10th. The Leo 2 period takes balanced strength as its central image. According to the grand cycle of life, this period can be likened to a time in a person's adult years when they need to adopt a heroic, protective, or nurturing stance comes to the fore. Usually, such a sense of responsibility emerges in family situations or in work with social groups. Assuming a suitable position of importance and then fulfilling the role required is important at its juncture, to that extent taking life too seriously, thus demonstrating the courage to stand up for convictions and refusing to forsake ideals regardless of consequences are characteristic of the Leo 2 period. The days which comprise Leo 2 symbolically reveal the mature but still youthful adult developing poise and composure, maximizing effectiveness, exerting both power and influence within their chosen sphere, and commanding respect. Assertiveness, honor, dignity, and faithfulness are qualities stressed here. Okay, so let's get into the Leo 2 personality. Leo 2 people are proud of their strength and enjoy putting it to the test, usually in some constructive way. Thus, they gravitate towards challenging activities, often those that hold an element of risk or danger. More often, it is not the goal that interests a Leo 2 so much as the struggle in getting there. Those born in this period rarely give up once they embark upon a project and have the endurance and tenacity to hang in there. The advantages of such stick-to-itiveness are obvious, but stubborn determination can sometimes be counterproductive. For instance, when a bad situation should simply be left to fall apart. After many years of struggle, Leo 2s can suddenly come to such a realization and at a certain point may surprise those who witness their refusal to give up or compromise. At such a time, often in their 40s. Leo 2s can change direction suddenly and simply walk away from the interests they worked so long and hard to cultivate or protect. For the most part, however, those born in Leo 2 are extraordinarily faithful people. They see themselves as protectors of the weak and champions of the downtrodden. Most of all, they despise exclusion and condescension, and for this reason generally side with the common person rather than the privileged groups. It is not that those born in this period cannot act a part. They have the ability to mix well within a variety of social classes, but that they generally take the role they play very seriously. Therefore, when Leo 2s encounter insincere, imitative, or irresolute individuals, they may or may not evidence distaste for them on a personal level, but will certainly consider them unconvincing and a waste of time. Ooh, child, that's kind of shady, honey, okay? Indeed, doing things with conviction and an admirable lack of pretension is the hallmark of a Leo 2 personality. In their toughness, Leo 2s are able to withstand many disappointments. They usually weather the storm and win out through knowing how to wait, having the long breath, and when necessary, those born in Leo 2 are able to take command, but more often prefer to maintain the freedom to act on their own. They like being independent, but nonetheless tend to build a restricted, well-defined life in which they exert a maximum of power with a minimum of fuss. The advice that the book has for you is watch your temper. Hot-headedness can throw you off balance and aid your opponent. Compromise and diplomacy are virtues to be cultivated, not weaknesses to be despised. Remain open and vulnerable to love. Don't be too hard on yourself or too demanding. Ease up a bit on the expectations you place on others. Okay, you guys, we might as well continue. Let's go to Leo 3s. This is if your birthday is from August 11th through the 18th. The Leo 3 period takes leadership as its central image. This period can be likened to a time in the prime of a person's life when the right combination of experience, enthusiasm, energy, and knowledge can open opportunities and make that person a strong candidate for positions of responsibility. Perhaps for the first time, taking over the reins of a business, club, or family and leading it to new heights can seem natural and appropriate. Such a leadership role may be a proving ground for assuming even greater roles of this sort in later years. When a manager becomes a partner or an owner, or a parent becomes a patriarch or matriarch. The days which comprise Leo 3s picture the adult validating his or her skills and experience, learning when to rely on conventional wisdom and when to take risks, and discovering the most effective ways to galvanize a team and lead it effectively, inspirationally, and tirelessly. Let's look at the Leo 3 personality. Leo 3 people are born leaders. Some are interested in being rulers and exerting full power over others for better or worse. Others do not have the slightest interest in ruling, but choose instead to lead through their ideas, example, or ethics. In either case, Leo 3s are not terribly fond of bringing up the rear in any procession. Leo 3s are deep, emotionally complex individuals because they are often fired by volcanic, perhaps dark energies within them. They can unpredictably explode in bursts of activity, but also anger, even violence. Although they are often attractive and sexually magnetic, they demand a great deal of understanding from their friends and mates. Indeed, some born in Leo 3 can come to think of themselves as unlucky when in fact they are just at the mercy of their powerful feelings. Such individuals can grow overly sensitive and will make themselves unhappy if they get the idea that others regard them as unlikable, peculiar, or strange. In even the most mundane life situations, Leo 3s can manage to find heroic or adventuresome elements. Quite often they endow the commonplace with an air of specialness, even glory, acting out events grandly with themselves as the central figure. It is possible that each of us creates his or her own personal mythology in which we play the starring role, but this is particularly true for Leo 3s. Those born in Leo 3 often find themselves working in the cause of some high ideal or service, although they may be seen as egotists by some less empowered people. The kind of self-sacrifice and devotion that their activities demand belies this charge. Undeniably, however, for many Leo 3s, the cause they serve and the persona they inhabit are closely related, even symbiotic. Wow. Because of their abundant self-confidence, there are those Leo 3s who can come to think of themselves as infallible or even worse, invulnerable. Though their strong convictions are admirable, if they become isolated or unrealistic, they may be sowing the seeds of their own destruction. The advice that the book has for you: try to tone down your demanding and commanding side, hold the mirror up to yourself as well, and examine your motivations carefully. Battle to keep the combatant in you more peaceful, and take some distance from yourself. Admitting weakness can also be a sign of strength. Wow, that's some pretty good advice. Y'all get down in the comments. Let me know how you felt about this Leo reading. Don't forget, you guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, Brand New, and I will check you guys out later.